So I went and did the cable car ride in Phu Quoc, Vietnam. I will say it's definitely worth going and spending the day doing this activity. I bought my tickets on Klook, which I highly advise you do beforehand because it's pretty chaotic when you get there. And you can either buy the tickets there or go straight to the line. And so that's what I did since I already had tickets on my phone. The lines are a little confusing because there's all these different lanes. I didn't know which one to stand in. I think I got lucky and I stood in the international visitor line and was able to get through again with just my QR code. And then once you go through, there's another line. There wasn't a lot of people there, but people were trying to get their pictures taken. Just go around them if you don't want to do that so that you can go straight to the cable car. And the ride itself is so beautiful. Like, it's a 20-minute ride. And you just you're so high up and you get to see so much. It's really cool to see all the boats at the fishing village. It takes you to an island where there's a water park. So the ticket to the cable car actually includes your all day at the water park, and there's quite a bit of rides and things at the water park. You can also opt to get the buffet lunch with your ticket, which is what I did, and I highly recommend because for the price, which I think was like 30 something dollars, you get the entry to the water park, you get the ride on the cable car, and then you get this buffet lunch, which I will say was so amazing. It was the yummiest lunch with so many options. I will say there's not a lot of seafood options, just fish, but like no shrimp and things like that. Real quick here, I would take note about when it runs because I think there's a time slot between 11:30 and 1:30 where it doesn't run. So you just need to keep that in mind. So we got off the cable car and then here's the entrance to the park. Again, I think there's also a roller coaster. We didn't ride it, and there's some other couple of rides, but the main attraction is going to be the water park. I didn't really take a lot of footage about the water park. I think there's tons of video about people walking through the water park. For me, it was like I couldn't find any videos about the cable car itself. That was in English. So here's a tip for you. So we got to the buffet like at 11:30. It was the first place we went. Lots of tables, no lines to the food. And you'll see here, I walk around. There's so many food options. It's literally nuts. But as we were eating and 12 o'clock rolled around, it got crazy busy in there where people couldn't find tables. There were lines to get the food. And so I just think either go there early or maybe go there after the lunch rush, maybe since I went there early, I don't know how it gets in the afternoon, but definitely it's so crazy at that 12 o'clock hour. So I would try to avoid that if you can. Drinks like pop and bottled water was separate, didn't come with it. There's a person that's walking around with a cart where you can buy it. I think it was like 30,000 dong for a drink. But you'll see here, they had like this whole stations in the middle, which had hot food, salads, and desserts. And then on the back wall was a whole wall of selection of even more food. So again, I just felt for the money you spend on this ticket, if you get the buffet, the ride, and the all-day water park, I think it's really worth it. The cable car does stop running, I believe, at 5. So keep that in mind. If you want to spend a lot of time at the water park, then you'll want to get there early so that you have a lot of time at the water park. There were a few rides that were closed. I think that's a common theme that I saw as well. But there was enough to actually, keep your day filled with being at the water park. So again, this is the back wall with, again, just so many options in this buffet. So just totally worth the money. I do want to add that the buffet does sell out. I did see that on someone else's YouTube video. So, I mean, that's not from what I know, but from what I heard. There are other places to eat if you don't want to buy this buffet or it sells out. There's little restaurants or eateries throughout the park where you can also buy food if you don't want to do this option. All right, so this is a map of the entire park itself. Like I said, there's some rides there you'll see on the left, and then the water park is the majority of it. This is just a board of like the different rides and which ones were open and which ones are closed, so you can plan your day accordingly. There were these like little covered like huts areas that you could rent. I don't know how much, I didn't see how much that was, but I think if you were spending the whole day there, it's probably a good idea. This is the locker room area, so it was pretty nice, had showers and bathrooms and things like that. Then it had small or large lockers that you could rent with a 20,000 dong deposit. If you wanted that back, you just had to return the key. So I think this is, again, worth the deal. Buy your tickets ahead of time and enjoy your day here. I think it's a great place to visit while you're in Phu Quoc.